Hello everyone, welcome back to Study Circle. We were solving the NSAA 2017 paper and we're at question 7. So question 7 is quite easy and question 8 is a bit tricky. Alright, so there will be a balanced discussion here. Okay, let us finish question 7 first. So question 7 states which of the following is a simplification. So okay, simplify 2 into x square and x cube, right? So I can cancel one of the x and this is 9x square minus 4. So what if I reverse it? I make this one plus and I make this 4 minus 9x square. This is 2 minus 3x. I can do all of that, right? Okay, once this is done, I'll just keep it as 2 plus 1 by x into this becomes 2 minus 3x into 2 plus 3x. Alright, so 2 minus 3x, this gets cancelled out and I have 2 plus, this is 2 plus 3x by x, right? So this is basically 2 plus 2 by x plus 3. So this is 5 plus 2 by x. This becomes option D. Alright, I think D is correct. Yep, 70. Alright, so very easy again. Just make sure that you are looking into the negatives and positive correctly. Many a mistake occurs when students forget to adjust the negative sign somewhere or do not cancel the x. Don't take the LCM and do it. Okay, if you take the LCM, it will take a long time. Alright, so please make sure that you are using the properties of cancellation and algebraic identities. So the algebraic identity I used here is a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. There are 9 or 10 algebraic identities. Make sure you remember them all. Okay. Next one, the tricky one. So what do we have here? The parallelogram OPQR labeled clockwise. Wait, that's not clockwise. This is clockwise. In the first quadrant with O at the origin, the point R, point Q, exactly 9 units. What are the coordinates of point P? So this is a sum on vectors. Alright, so OPQ are labeled clockwise. Let us draw a parallelogram. Alright, that did not match. Nice, freehand diagram. So OPQR clockwise. Yeah, fine. So what is it given? O is the origin. Okay, point R has the coordinates 3a by 2 comma 0 and point Q has the coordinates 2a plus 1. We have to find the coordinates of point P. Now if this is a vector and this is a vector, then the resultant should be this vector, right? So that is how we will figure it out. Okay, that is the trick. So with the vertices ordered from O to P to Q to R clockwise and O at the origin, we can write the side vectors as, let us take U is equal to OP. Alright, so U is equal to OP and then V is equal to OR. So OQ becomes U plus V. Alright, just Q becomes U plus V. Alright, so when that happens, given R and given Q, what would P be? So we have P is equal to, this will just be Q minus R, right? Because if Q is equal to P plus R, then P will be equal to Q minus R. So if you do that, you will get 2a comma a plus 1 minus 3a by 2 comma 0. So that should give P as, okay, we are running out of space. Alright, that should give your P as a by 2 comma a plus 1. So a by 2 comma a plus 1. Okay, I'll add a page above so that I can show you how to solve this. Alright, so a by 2 comma a plus 1, right? That is what we had. Now we have P. So now we will use the formula for area. So what was the formula for area? You can either use the determinant format or use the normal calculation. So let us use the determinant format. The area U cross V, area is given by U cross V, that is equal to modulus, because area is always positive, modulus determinant of Ux Uy Vx Vy, right? Very simple formula. Okay, I messed it up. So Ux will be there and uy will be here. So this is vx and this is vy. Okay, this is the formula. So ux vy minus uy vx. So what are u and v here? We have the u's and v's, right? So u is a by 2, right? We can replace these a by 2, a plus 1, 3a by 2 and 0, right? So a by 2, a plus 1, 3a by 2 and 0. These will be our determinant values, and you know how to get them solved, right? So determinant, let me move these. Now this is the solution of the determinant, which is not that difficult. So you multiply this, subtract by this. So that part is multiplied by 0 and gone. So it will be just 3a by 2 into a plus 1. I'll not take the negative sign because we have it in modulus, and this is given to be equals to 9 units, right? Yeah, 9 units. So I'll have to solve this, right? Okay, so this gets cancelled, 3, and I have a square plus a, 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. Very easy to factorize. This will be a plus 3 into a minus 2 is equal to 0, right? So once we obtain a plus 3 and a minus 2, now a cannot be minus 3, right? A equal to minus 3 will not be the answer because the entire parallelogram is in the first quadrant. So if it is in the first quadrant, a cannot be minus 3. Alright, if it cannot be minus 3, then it has to be 2. Okay, so this is the solution. We have a is equal to 2, and if we have a is equal to 2, then we can just put it in the equation to get our final result, 2. So 2 by 2 comma 2 plus 1, so that would give us 1 comma 3, which is option B. Again, see, this problem was one of those which would have taken a bit of time. Alright, you may have done it a bit faster, but I have to explain all the steps to you, so I took a bit of time. Alright, please make sure that you leave ample time for these problems. All of the first 6 problems were very easy. If you saved like assume 1.5 minutes per question, if you finished all of those in like 45 seconds, so you would have 45 seconds left from those 7 questions. From 7 questions. So that gives you around 2-3 minutes of extra time. Use that here. Okay. Again, you will find a few of the further questions are getting much more easier. So we will solve those when we meet next. Okay. Now please make sure that you are practicing these type of questions. There are some complicated questions, and if you feel like these are taking much time, then please make sure you solve at least all the easy questions first. Okay, whenever you get the question paper, give it a read of about 1.5 minutes. Just scan through the entire paper. Okay, find out the easy questions, solve all of them first. Okay, let's say out of 20 you solved 14 or 15 easy questions. Out of 27 you'll solve around 20. Okay, very easy questions that should be done within 20 minutes. Okay, after that work on these weird problems. Alright, I call them weird because vectors are usually not something that we teach in maths. We usually prefer that in physics, and whenever we teach vectors, it comes with 3D geometry and all. Okay, so you will learn more vectors in your undergraduate course, but when you learn those, you will learn more about the rules and how these areas and determinants link together. Without that, it seems a bit like give you a formula, you do this, seems a bit instructional, no? So this will cure itself when you will go into the undergraduate course. You will be looking back and seeing that these formulae will make quite a lot of sense, because all of these formulae are used in 3-dimensional case, and we are here translating them to 2 dimensions. Okay, anyway, this problem was a bit tricky. I hope you learned how to solve it, and I'll end this video here. Just a quick plug, make sure you check out the links in the description. I have a few books out for you to practice for ESAT and TMUA. Get them if you need. And with that being said, I'll end this video here. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you for the solution of the next few problems, 9 and 10. 9 is just poking out, so we'll solve that in the next time. Alright, bye, take care.